Hey, it's Lara Waldman, the Abundance Activator here. And today I'd like to have an honest, open, vulnerable conversation with you. See, I had a challenging weekend, a challenging few days, and I really want to talk to you about my personal experience through the challenges, through the pain of leading a conscious, heart-led life and business, because this is part of the mess. This is part of the mess before the magic, the purpose of our pain. And it is a really important part of this journey to acknowledge the mess, acknowledge the pain, and not try and skirt over it. And I've had some incredible insights, awarenesses, and breakthroughs through the challenges. So let's get down and dirty together today. What happened earlier in the week was that actually there are some incredible breakthroughs happening for me in my business, up leveling in every area. So deeper success all around. And what's hilarious to me is that should be wonderful. That should be amazing. I've got VIP clients coming at my new price point. I have more people signing up to my mastermind. I have 2 live events coming. There are beautiful breakthroughs happening in my marriage. There's lots going on. But what's happening for me now is something I want to term a success hangover. And this is really, really fascinating. So on Thursday, I had a huge breakthrough in my intimate relationship around this block I've had where I've been hiding parts of my gifts, hiding parts of my vulnerability, locking away pleasure and joy. And there was a huge opening that happened, as well as all these other kind of, successful things that have been happening in my business. What I noticed the next day was a shutdown where I started to feel exhausted, started to feel overwhelmed, started to feel stressed. There were a few triggers that happened, exchanges that I found confronting. And it just started all just to feel too much. My body started to feel not very good. I broke out in this weird kind of like itchy kind of rash, and I just started to feel bad. And that continued the next day. And then that led to a really difficult communication exchange with my husband. There was more triggers there. And just feeling off, I started to feel sad and alone. And what's it all about? And it wasn't until 2 days on that I really started to drop in going, what is happening here? And then I was able to look back and review on what had happened earlier in the week, where actually some amazing things started to show up. I had amazing insights, awarenesses. There was really incredible manifestations happening. And that triggered me. That actually there was a part of me that just went into contraction, that stopped feeling safe. And this is the most fascinating thing in this journey, that we have this expansion and then contraction can happen, where we think we want as well all these wonderful things, like we want to live the life of our dreams and we want to experience more abundance, we want to experience more success, and yet there's another part that can, when that starts to happen, which it's, that's showing up in my life, can actually have a freak out and want to go into hiding. So this is part of the process as well. So what I'd say is, when you're having symptoms of feeling exhausted, feeling frustrated, feeling overwhelmed, all feeling too much, there is something going on deep inside that needs your attention. It needs to be looked after, that needs to be loved, that needs to be nurtured. A part of you that needs to feel safe in order to keep expanding, to keep moving into that next level. So as all of this is going on, we're also in refurbishments in my house. So my house has been upside down for a month now. And that also I find difficult and stressful when my physical space isn't, really clean and clear. And so I've been really looking at, what is it about the mess, the mess that is triggering me, the mess that I find difficult. And yes, often we want to skirt through the difficult stuff. We want to bypass We want to bypass the difficult stuff. And unfortunately, we can't bypass. We cannot bypass ourselves, because within the mess and within the pain and within the challenges, there is gold. It's like mining for gold. We have to go deep down within to access those bits. And we don't want to. We're designed to want to avoid, escape, pull away, numb out. But unfortunately, on this path, or fortunately, unfortunately, the path of the leaders, the conscious leaders, the change makers, the business owners, the visionaries, there is no escaping ourselves. It's about having that courage and that willingness to deep dive within. And it's not fun. It's not easy in the moment. It's just, it's messy. But if we can go in and consciously work with what's showing up, then there are extraordinary breakthroughs, and we bust through that glass ceiling. We expand then into a whole new level. We expand our comfort zone in that process, and we actually create space then to receive even more. So it's not an easy path, but it is such a powerful, powerful healing, transformational journey, with the end result being, obviously living more in alignment with your heart and soul, making a greater impact, making more money, experiencing more joy and more fulfillment, more love, more intimacy, more connection. But we have to go into the pain, the opposite of that sometimes, in order to access deeper levels of what we truly desire. And this is what most people don't want to face. Most people don't want to go there. Most people don't want to feel. So, deep breath. And please be loving and kind to yourself with whatever's showing up. Because, even people that you're seeing that are successful or doing well in the world, everyone has their challenges. Everyone's going to be hitting up against that glass ceiling. And life is intense. Life isn't easy. But we can find more ease and we can find more flow even through the painful challenges. Through really connecting, coming home, listening, surrendering, doing the inner work, giving yourself the care and the space and the support that you need. So, I am guided to create these sorts of spaces. Spaces for you to connect, spaces for you to listen, spaces for you to align to your heart, to your soul, to your purpose, spaces for you to release the contraction, the parts of you that fight this expansion process. This is my purpose. And it's also because it's what I need. Sometimes we give what we need and we create what we need for ourselves. And I know that we need safe space to do this really profound work. So below this video, you'll find a few ways to connect. I'm doing a live Activate Your Soul Gifts training December the 1st. That's going to be a charity fundraiser. That's going to be very, very powerful, preparing you for 2020. So you can sign up via the link below. I'm doing a live event in London, Living Abundance, for leaders, change makers, visionaries, January the 11th, 2020 in London. And if none of that is possible, there's also another link to apply to have a free call with me. We can have a deep dive, connecting to your vision, connecting to your inner blocks and obstacles, and helping you to find and get clear on what the next best step is for you. So there's lots of options. Know that you don't need to do this alone. You can't do this alone. We need each other. We need to receive support. We need to connect heart to heart, soul to soul, as part of the fuel that helps us all to keep going on this intense journey. So sending you my deepest love, my deepest respect, my deepest regard to you and all that you're going through, all that you're calling in, all that you're saying yes to, and all that you are transcending during these powerful times. So much love, and speak to you again very soon.